The YouTube world of kids entertainment might be a dark and scary rabbit hole, but it's also an extremely lucrative one. This is why Ryan's World isn't just one of the top kids YouTube channels on the platform, it's one of the top channels on the platform, period. But this kid channel centered around a 13-year-old boy may not be as innocent as it seems, with many viewers now accusing his parents of false advertising, greed, and being overly controlling of their kid and forcing him to do content for the channel.
Movie quality animation.
Is there a day where the YouTube channels will be fully animation? Like, Ryan, are you going to keep making YouTube videos, given your interest to be an animator and maybe go behind the camera, like as you get older?
I think I will keep going for a while, yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think, given Ryan's interest in animation and like drawing and, that takes...
Ryan's World is a YouTube channel created by the couple Cheyenne and Lowen for their son Ryan when he was just 3 years old. The channel currently has 38 million subscribers with almost 60 billion total views on the main channel. Ryan's World has grown into a multi-million-dollar brand with a successful toy line, merchandise, and even a whole movie that has been released. It's just about the biggest kids YouTube channel out there, and based on revenue, it's second only to Mr. Beast. It's a pretty straightforward position when you consider the fact that when this channel was started in 2015, it was mainly just simple videos of a 3 or 4-year-old Brian playing with his toys as his parents filmed them. This video, for example, called Huge Egg Surprise Toy Challenge with Inflatable Water Slide is from 2016 and is a simple 6-minute long video where Ryan plays in a water slide in his backyard. It has over 2 billion views and is one of the most popular videos on his channel. The simple format of the videos allowed the Kaji family to really pump them out on a regular basis, with up to 30 videos coming around every 2 months. And with the videos doing really well, Cheyenne and Lowen were raking in the cash. So much so that they both quit their well-paying regular day jobs to handle the channel full-time. Lowen was a chemistry teacher and Cheyenne as an engineer.
Wife, I have to ask you guys about the days that you guys decided to quit your job, because Luann, you're a chemistry teacher,
yes,
right? Sean, you're an engineer. Roughly, like, how much were you making at that time, and how did you decide? Okay.
What's more eye-opening is that they were earning a stable amount of money, with Father Cheyenne pulling in up to $100,000 a year, but deciding to quit to focus on the channel.
What year was that when you guys decided to quit your jobs?
I think it was 2016.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How much as an engineer were you making at that time?
About 100K.
100K.
Yeah, more.
But apparently that amount is nothing compared to the millions that they were pulling off of YouTube, so they felt safe enough to continue. This development is particularly strange when you consider the fact that early on, Lowen said in an interview that they would only go on for as long as Ryan felt comfortable. In an interview with TubeFilter in 2016, she said, "Right now, he loves making videos. Every time I tell him we're going to film, he gets so excited. As long as he's loving it and doesn't disrupt his daily routine, we plan on continuing. But the moment he's not having fun anymore, that's when it will be time to stop." At the time, Ryan was only 4 years old, and she and her husband maintained that Ryan would always come first. In fact, Lowen claims that the idea of starting a YouTube channel came from her then 3-year-old son. Ryan was watching a lot of toy review channels. Some of his favorites are EvanTube HD and Julian Maya, because they used to make a lot of videos about Thomas the Tank Engine, and Ryan was super into Thomas. One day he asked me, "How come I'm not on YouTube and all the other kids are?" So we just decided, yeah, we can do that. Then we took him to the store to get his very first toy. I think it was a Lego train set, and it all started from there. Whether it's believable or not that a 3-year-old suggesting starting a YouTube channel is an entirely different conversation. The main point seemed to be that Ryan himself enjoyed making these videos while also getting quality playtime with his parents, which was good for his development. However, it's been many years of success since then, and there is a very serious worry that the emphasis may have shifted from prioritizing what's best for Ryan to building a brand off of his back for profit.
People who promote other content or other brand.
Yeah.
But when I see Ryan and his fans, I feel like Ryan himself or his channel itself is a brand. And when we noticed that, we thought it's something that we can scale it up, and then with support of the production team. And it's something that we can make it bigger. We thought it has a huge potential, even for Ryan's career too. We felt like it could lead to something else, which really did. It led to him being on TV and a movie eventually, and a voice actor. So we're glad we did what we did.
What year was it?
And this is exactly what raised the fears of many audience members. When asked by a website about what the family would do when Ryan's world finally stops, Lowen refused to give an answer, with the article reading, "We also asked her if she's given any thought to what the family would do when this ends, but she politely declined to answer. It could be because they want to keep her decisions private to give their kids a little slice of normalcy. She seems very grounded, so it's safe to say that she'll do what's best for Ryan and the rest of the family always." The reality could also be that Lowen and Cheyenne have no plans of stopping anytime soon, which is why they have no will to discuss a possible future without YouTube revenue. Ryan Kaji is a teenager now, and although it is a lot less, he still does videos targeted at kids much younger than he is.
One thing we're thinking about is we want to make sure we cater toward the existing fan, 5 to 8 years old, already our core demographic. But at the same time, Ryan's growing up and then he has new interests. We want to cater toward his new interests as well, new field. So maybe we'll start a new one, and then this Ryan's World channel, the existing one, maybe, like you said, animated character could take over a little bit, and we'll probably start casting some other on-camera kid talents and then on-camera talents who could carry same essence that Ryan had. So we still harness the same connection we established through these past years with the fans.
It very ominously sounds like Cheyenne and Lowen intend to run Ryan's World channel forever, getting as much out of Ryan as possible before then roping in other kids to the same fate. Whereas what would have been a more natural progression is to stop catering to kids 5 to 8 years old and adjust their demographic to suit Ryan's age until he eventually stops. The channel is called Ryan's World after all, so it reasonably should center around Ryan and his development. In addition to that, he's also expressed an interest in moving on from being in front of the camera and doing something else.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be like an animator. I think it's really fun to do because like the drawing, and then like at the end you get to see the whole thing and see what you've like worked on the whole time. And like sometimes I can see like the drafts first, and then after I can see like the full thing.
So now we know that Ryan has other ambitions for himself other than playing with kids' toys. He's grown beyond it, his voice has deepened, and he's hit puberty, so of course his interests are different. It would go a long way to explain just why Ryan looks so uninspired in recent videos.
89,998, 999,999, 1 million. Morning workout complete. I'm ready for superhero school. While I head to school, check out this clip from Ryan's World, the movie, Titan Universe Adventure.
In fact, Ryan's lack of enthusiasm in videos has become so common knowledge that people are even making memes about it, asking his parents to just let him retire.
Hey guys, today I've got to stop an incoming robot invasion. It's nearby. Do you hear it? There's no time to waste. Ryan, I need your help. Hey guys, my kid's choice award.
It just isn't natural for him anymore, and this is the main reason that people are uncomfortable with the situation. It genuinely feels like he's still being made to do these videos because his parents see him as a brand and want to keep making money around him. Lots of people are worried that Ryan will not only have his childhood stolen from him, also his adolescence. All the experiences and lessons that a regular child would learn growing up in a stable environment were simply not available for Ryan or his younger twin sisters because they constantly have to face a camera for many of their development years. The rising sentiment of Ryan being exploited is exactly what motivated Cheyenne and Lowen to do a damage control interview with John Yushey, attempting to squash the general public's concerns about their business. One of the things they mentioned was their willingness to let Ryan go to college while emphasizing that it's his choice.
He might not think, I don't know how he feels about college, but we have expressed that that's the goal that we want for him is to attend college.
Yeah, ultimately he decides, and we never
yeah.
really push him to do anything that he doesn't want to do. Great opportunity for him to go to college and just meet with his peers who have the same interest. We want him to experience that, so we continue just kind of showing him that side of the good side of the going to college and continuing education. But ultimately you decide. Maybe the world is different by the time you grow up, so we'll see.
I remember looking back, can I remember everything I learned in the classroom? I don't know, but can I remember the friendships and relationships and things I learned outside of it that helped me today? Absolutely. So I think that's, again, another way you guys are thinking ahead.
Another positive thing that they mentioned is their production company. Due to the Kajis now being big enough to have up to 40 employees, they're able to reduce Ryan's filming time to about an hour each week.
YouTube production, we mainly handle it, and we produce over probably 20 videos each week.
Each week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not all of them has Ryan.
Yeah.
So you're wondering,
But the reason why we streamlined the work on the production was because we want to minimize Ryan's participation on camera. So we introduced animated characters who could take over some of the camera participation. So we minimized Ryan's filming time each week to 30 minutes to 1 hour.
Oh, wow.
While we're producing that amount of the content.
And Ryan,
And not only that, but Cheyenne also reveals that Ryan is getting a sizable piece of the cake as well, with the full 100% of the TV series earnings going to his trust account as well as a stake in the company.
Like we can set him his course for his future. So,
Oh, wow. So if somebody would have asked, like, how much does Ryan get to keep of all this? The answer is 100% for
his TV series.
his
for
TV series and equity in the ownership as well.
The ownership of the percentage of the ownership of the company goes to his trust account too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean, of course, that Cheyenne and Lowen aren't still the biggest profiteers of the brand, but their treatment of Ryan isn't plainly as bad as people have made it out to be. However, this attempt to reduce the controversy around the channel still failed anyway, and people were even more unhappy with Cheyenne and Lowen because they did most of the talking while Ryan simply sat and nodded his head along. People felt like Ryan had been trained and told what to say in order to please his dad, and there were moments in the interview where it looked that way.
Is there a day where the YouTube channels will be fully animation? Like, Ryan, are you going to keep making YouTube videos, given your interest to be an animator and maybe go behind the camera, like as you get older?
I think I will keep going for a while, yeah.
All in all, nobody was convinced, and the comment section is the biggest proof of this, with top comments saying, "I feel like in 20 years we will see a Netflix doc about how his parents robbed him blind, pushed him for more and more content, and he becomes an addict who loses everything. Give it another 10 years when we get to see him being interviewed, not just his parents while he's also present. I imagine this story is going to be a lot darker. We want to see him being interviewed alone, so we get how he actually feels about all of this on a personal level. We know he's forced to keep going." And this is the major worry people have. With Ryan turning 13, this means he's been making content on YouTube for about 10 years and most of his life. Most people fear that Ryan's younger sisters may be doomed to the same fate as they are featuring more prominently on the channel these days. Given Cheyenne and Lowen's controversial past with shady ad content and FTC warnings, greed might actually be the biggest factor in the decisions they make for their kids. At the end of the day, the only thing people want is literally what the TikTok meme says. It's to finally let Ryan retire.